Are you happy with the Cedi?
Am I happy with it? The Cedi?
It's now gone beyond 6.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I think we were holding our own, and then the past 4 weeks or so, we had these huge spreads in the bond market, for us, and this whole skepticism about whether we will default as a country, etc. So in this budget, you can see the level of contraction of 12.1% of GDP deficit to 7.4, and then also moving our primary balance to a positive, which was expected in 3 years or so. So the issue of austerity, is clearly being done, and that should really put pay to this concept that we are not going to be able to manage ourselves properly. And then with the resources from the e-levy, we should be able to move ourselves through that, and that could bring the confidence that we need. But Paul, even that is not enough. I mean, we are the largest gold producing country in Africa. There are like 2 or 3 refineries that are LBMA certified, okay, Zimbabwe and South Africa. There's some group called LBMA in England or Switzerland that determines whether you can refine gold or not. How can I be the largest producer in Africa and somebody is telling me it will take me 3 years to be able to
build a refinery? Or to be licensed to refine?
To be licensed to refine.
We need to be licensed to refine our own gold.
Yeah.
So if I take gold from Konongo, somebody must tell me exactly, whether I can.
Exactly. And I'm the largest.
That's not fair, is it?
Yeah. So it is those fundamental issues that you fight with, okay? Because assuming even we refine, let's say 10% of our gold ourselves here, that's an extra $55 million that we make, okay? Africa has maybe about 840 tons of gold, and everybody sends this in outside to be refined. What is it if you have a refinery here which brings all of this 2 million tons through that? And those are the fundamental fights that you need to do, and therefore understanding of the World Bank or the IMF or those institutions, and so that you know where to intervene.
Is that why the Cedi, is it part of the reason why the Cedi may be struggling?
Well, so what I'm saying is that once you begin to do that, the Bank of Ghana now has a new policy of trying to acquire, trying to build up its gold reserves, okay? So you begin to build your gold reserves in a methodical way, and your country's currency is back, and this whole issue of a currency, going up and down, is a thing of the past. But that's the type of thinking that we should have as a nation. There's no reason why our commodities to support them, and given the knowledge we have as a people, we don't situate, the basis of creating that wealth in our country. So those are all some of the things that...
Somebody sends a text that says that Ken Ofori-Atta is rattling beautifully. Please ask him that given all the problems he's highlighting about gold, was it fair to criticize John Mahama and Seth Terkper for losing the Cedi as they did?
I mean, I kind of don't like to get into that type of debate. What do we do to go forward? Okay? I mean, and what do we do as an educated elite in terms of our responsibility to the state? How can we have Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana being 60–70% of cocoa production in the world, and we don't control the price because we are not thinking hard enough, or what is it? And those are fundamental questions that we ask. Should we be going forward? We should be going forward. Politics, that's a different issue. But in terms of thinking through the management and how best to leverage our resources, I think that's what we are here to do.